The rising cost of utilities definitely does have some effect on the reason we're going to just under one roof.
After we went through our first year, we looked at the electric bill, we looked at the rent, we realized we were not going to make enough money. So we had to raise the rent. And that was what started a lot of the rift with the West Virginians, that we were going to have to raise the rent when they had camping the same way for so many years.
You're getting $1,300 to $1,500 bills for electric. And West Virginia has decided that they're going to run on coal for at least 2040. You don't have a choice when it comes to electric and water. And so you can't decide to just not have electric for that month. We're seeing businesses lock up, businesses are closing.
I try to stay so positive and look towards the future, and bigger plans, but sometimes it's just so sad, walking down there seeing it.
From here down was counters. I had an ice cream freezer, and then I had my bakery case.
I was getting ready. Like I had a bunch of stuff made up and everything, and was getting ready for Valentine's Day, because holidays were $700 to $1,000 days. So I would have had the money if I could have just got 2 days, just 2 days. We closed down on the 12th. The electric being so high made me struggle on pretty much everything else. Once I got behind, it was like I could not dig out of that hole. And every time I would pay a big lump sum, then the next bill would come in and it would be even higher. We're in the Antique Mall, Ravenswood Antique Mall. And we are coming back to my booth where I'm gonna have some of my baked goods. At one point I had 5 employees. 3 lost their jobs the day that I closed, because I was down to 3 for the winter because I knew. And we lost our only source of income at that time.
14 months ago, we opened up this small gallery here, which is only 1,900 square feet. We just love it here. But the problem is we're getting really beat up with the high energy costs. This small gallery, I keep the temperature down kind of low, and I'm still paying $700, $800 a month. The power company, I've called several times, and I told them, look, I'm a senior citizen, I'm 71, I'm an artist, and I have a gallery, and I'm trying to help the community. Is there any program that can help us to help our community? She says, I'm sorry, we really don't have that.
And your rent for the commercial space here is how much?
It's only $600. It's $150 to $200 less than my power bill.
The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
I find it fascinating that they go and they give him a trophy saying he's the friend of a coal miner. Our coal miners are dying of black lung. They don't have clean water. They can't feed their children. Their schools are closing. Their electric bills are through the roof, and they can't afford groceries. Where's the trophy for us?
We are energy rich. I mean, they come through, tore up our land. We kept hearing, we're going to do the coal mines, the coal mines, the coal mines. I love the current administration, but what about the coal mines? If they're digging, baby, digging, I don't see it here. I've had to close down 2 stores because I can't afford rent. You have a gas bill, you have an electricity bill, you have water bill, you have sewer bill, okay? I can't afford all that plus pay $2,000 a month rent. Your utility bills are more than your rent is. And you know, we are a red state. I don't want us to be the left behind state anymore, I guess I should say.
Everybody says we need them. You know, we need little bakeries, we need all these little small businesses, but then they're the ones that get hit the hardest.
If I saw that my electric bill was $1,500, oh, I would pass out. Whew, man, it's mind-blowing for me to even see that. But I mean, I know business versus residential, that could be different, but y'all, it's happening even to people's residential electric bills. I was kind of looking through TikTok to see if this is like a widespread issue throughout the state of West Virginia, rather, and it looks like it is. It looks like this AEP company, I don't know if it's all of them or if the AEP is just a singular electric company or if it's like one of those conglomerate companies. But if anyone from West Virginia sees this, definitely let me know. But whew, it would take me a minute to come back to life if I saw that. Whew, so I can only imagine as a business owner. Now, y'all aren't gonna like this, but I kind of feel bad a little bit because it's like to put yourself out there to start a business is super risky in itself, and it takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of dedication. And I feel no matter what your political affiliation is, I would like everybody's business to succeed. I really would. I know y'all aren't gonna like that. Y'all don't like when I give a little bit of sympathy to the MAGA people, but that's just my personal feelings. I'm not expecting everybody to feel that way. But at the same time, as you guys see on the screen, they overwhelmingly voted for Trump in the 2024 election. 70% of the vote went to Trump. They're number 2 in the entire country in the highest percentage of the vote going to Trump. I think they're only behind Wyoming. Those are the top 2 states that elected Trump. So they are the only 2 that I saw per NBC News that went over 70%. And sometimes it's just really hard to watch. These people believe that Trump was going to have their best interests at heart, lower everything, make life easier when everything but is happening. Like everything is just getting more and more expensive. And it's not just for people in West Virginia. It's the whole country. I mean, we know this. But this is how you get caught up in the same old cycle. And this is just how the Republican Party is always working against poor people. And this is why the Republican Party is usually never good for poor people, and especially people in these rural communities such as this. I don't know why you thought they would be concerned about your electricity. And AP is a little shady for how they had that that caption at the end about Trump saying that it's a top priority. I mean, I guess they have to put that just for clarification on how Trump promised them. But I just think that this is really sad because for generations and generations, people in these rural communities in the South are going to think that Republican is the only way to go. And when they see that nothing is progressing, they want to blame it on the other sides. For some odd reason, they're especially doing that now, as we can see. And I mean, the community doesn't look like a bustling community to begin with. So I'm sure keeping a business running was probably hard. I feel like the bakery lady would have had a really good chance because, I mean, we all like a little pastry or a little sweet treat every once in a while. This particular town, I forget the name, I'll pop it up on the screen. It's in the article, but they're in Greenbrier County, and that county went huge for Trump. So again, most of those residents and the ones featured in this video, they probably all voted for Trump. Of course, I can't prove that. I don't know. Only the one guy mentioned it. Odds are is that they probably all voted for it. And look at how he's regarding your concerns, and he's just putting them by the wayside. This man is not even thinking about like making prices lower for anybody, let alone his own supporters. He has a whole war he started. Just think when your own president is more concerned about starting a war, which is costing people more because we're all having to pay higher gas, unless you have an electric vehicle or you don't drive at all. It's just a shame how a president could just ignore the concerns of his own people. We're not surprised, but again, they put all of their faith in this man. And the guy who said, hey, I love what the president is doing, or whatever he said, he didn't have major criticism for it. So it's like, it's sounding like he's still for everything else that he's doing. And it's just never going to change with a lot of these folks. We do see some people that are waking up and kind of realizing that nothing is changing. I truly think that they would not be struggling as much. Now, of course, any West Virginia folks, let me know if the high electricity bills have always been a problem. I don't know, because it could have been even high under Biden. So a little bit more context would be needed for that. But in the meantime, it's like, this is what they voted for. He is not thinking about coal. He is not trying to make anything better to give you guys some relief to try to save your business. And this is just the cycle, just cycling, for lack of a better term. It's probably going to get worse. A few of these people, if they haven't lost their business already, it's not looking great. They might end up losing them if they have to worry about paying these high of electricity bills. Yeah, you guys, definitely let me know what you think about this. I'm going to call this a little bite-sized FAFO. I saw this morning and while I was working, and I was like, no, I got to react to this because it's just kind of crazy. This man is screwing over everybody in every way. And I mean, of course, we can't put it all on them. The electricity companies could be doing something too. And we need to know, do they have variable rates on their electricity plans, or is it fixed? Like, I don't know. To me, I gather to think it must be a variable plan, but I don't know. I'm not an expert in electricity, obviously, but if you made it this far, I appreciate you. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hype if you can, because all of those really help and I would greatly appreciate it. But in the meantime, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Bye. See you later.